Hey there! Today I want to talk about fragrances. Now, the thing with fragrance is that it can either be a thing, like a perfume, or it can be an ingredient in something. And there is so much information out there on this that I really wanted to just break it down and simplify and talk about how reducing your exposure to fragrance and perfume is a huge part of a healthy lifestyle. If you don't know who I am, my name is Katie. I'm a holistic health and life coach and a doTERRA leader, and I am super passionate about living a healthy life. Physical, mental, emotional, well-being, bringing all these things in together. So on our Oils for Life series, we like to talk about all things essential oils, right? Sometimes we do little things, 5 minutes long. Sometimes we do great big trainings. And like I said, today we are talking fragrance and perfume. So this is something that there's a lot of information out there. Even researching to do this video, I was sifting through articles and piles of things and here and there and everywhere. And kind of what it came down to is fragrance is in everything, almost everything, right? If you go and you buy traditional moisturizer at the store, if you go and you buy an actual perfume, if you are buying something like a body butter, a shower gel, even a lot of soap, your dish detergent, all of these things have perfumes in them. Now the thing with perfumes, and each country regulates this differently, so I'm not going to get into any sort of specifics here because this is an international space, but each country regulates things differently. Essentially, at the end of the day, the overall trend is that companies don't actually have to label individual ingredients. They have to put fragrance or perfume on a label as an ingredient, but they don't actually have to say what that is. And fragrances and perfumes are made up of some pretty scary stuff. I have a little list here just of a few perfume ingredients that affect health. These are things like BHT, coal tar dyes, formaldehyde, don't want that on my body, parabens, phthalates, synthetic musks, and even synthetically derived essential oils. Like, there are so many things in these oils, and the health impacts of being exposed to these things. This is massive. How many people do you know who complain about getting chronic headaches, who have, hormone challenges, who have respiratory issues, who have eczema, psoriasis, other skin things? All of these and more are very common symptoms of sensitivity to fragrance, sensitivity to perfumes. So when we're talking about these things, it's not just a smell. Like, yes, you can smell it, and if you like it or you don't, but these things have lasting impacts on your body. There's a lot of things in fragrances and perfumes that are either known or suspected human carcinogens, known or suspected hormone disruptors, and these are things that we have around ourselves, our children, our loved ones. Pregnant women are exposed to these. What do you think it's doing to a pregnant woman who is exposed to a potential hormone disruptor and carcinogen, and she has a baby? Some of these things, no, they cannot get into the placenta, but some of them can. And that's the problem, is that we don't actually know what they are. When we're looking at a label, and just as perfume, it just says fragrance, we don't know what they are. And there's been so many studies done. I'm going to, in the description of this video, there are a few links there if you want to do more reading, if you want to check more out. There's been studies done on this, and it shows that there is, most of the time, secret ingredients in fragrances because, number one, companies don't actually have to tell you what's in them, but also it's a big industry, right? The fragrance and perfume industry is a great big industry, and there are like trade secrets. I just realized it looks like I'm naked. I'm totally not. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Anyway, yeah, so there's a lot of secrets, sort of secretive things around here. So when I've always been sensitive to fragrance. Always gotten a headache the instant I walked into the perfume department of a store or going through duty-free in an airport. Always have gotten an instant headache. And then it was a couple of years ago that I cut out as many fragrances and synthetics as I possibly could. And a big reason for that is that I got on the EWG website, the Environmental Working Group. Now, if you don't know who they are, they're a big organization that essentially takes all of this complicated stuff and simplifies it for us. And you can actually log on to that website and you can type in the things that you're currently using, whether it's your moisturizer, body wash, whatever, right? Like I said, you can actually enter it in there and it tells you the scary stuff in it, whether it's a good product, whether it's a bad product. And I have, just to make it clear, again, there's a link so you can click through and see this for yourself, but essentially they rate products in one of three ways. Either it is a low hazard, moderate hazard, or high hazard. And a couple of years ago, I logged on and I thought that I was choosing good products. And I thought that I was, choosing things that were not going to be harmful for my body. And I found that almost every single product I had in my home was a moderate or high hazard. And at the time I was having a lot of skin issues, digestive issues, a lot of headaches, a lot of health things. And I just went, what am I doing? Why am I choosing to bring these things into my life, into my home, putting them in and on my body, if they are potentially causing all of these issues? And they're literally like, this is a high hazard thing. I can't pretend to not know, right? It's right in front of my face. So that's really where I started with essential oils. That is when I realized there is an alternative that is so safe, has so many potential other health benefits. I don't have to worry about its impacts on my health, the health of my family, the health of my dog. I don't have to worry about offending other people who have a really sensitive nose. Generally, the vast majority of the time, people who have perfume sensitivities, it's because of the synthetic ingredients. Usually people are not sensitive or as sensitive to natural essential oils. Of course, there's always, the odd person out who is, but the vast majority of people, if they're sensitive to traditional perfumes, they won't be sensitive to the smell of essential oils. So I realized I didn't have to offend anybody, and I could still smell amazing. So I really, over the past few years, have been experimenting and growing and trying all these different things, and you just don't have to put this shit on or in your body. So I can tell you anything that I use, any personal care products that I use on myself or in my home now, they have to be in that low hazard category. That's a non-negotiable for me. I am not willing to put myself at risk for the sake of smelling like a chemical. No, absolutely not. It's a no-go. That is a non-negotiable for me. And the way that I do that is essential oils. Buying and using the purest essential oils that I can find and incorporating them into my home. And I can tell you, since doing that, I'm not missing out on anything. And I smell great. I get compliments all the time. So this is not a case of you have to smell like like somebody who doesn't know how to shower and has BO. Not at all. You're gonna smell amazing. So there are a few things that you can do. I just want to touch on these. We're not getting into any detail or anything. But if you're worried about not smelling great, you haven't smelled all of these. So there are so many options that are natural, pure essential oils that are going to smell amazing. Like I said, zero health hazard, right? If you want to talk, the scale is from 1 to 10. A pure essential oil is like, I don't even know if it would make it on the scale. A 0, maybe a 1. There's the dogs. Hopefully you can't hear them too loud. They're just outside. But there's so many different options to smell like, right? If you like flowers, if you like floral scents, there's things like jasmine. Oh, love jasmine. Magnolia, lavender, rose. And the beautiful thing about many of these is that they come in these roller bottles. You can see. So it's literally like perfume. I toss it into my bag. I can pull it out, roll it on my neck, roll it on my wrists, maybe a little bit under here, and that's it. You're good to go. You smell so good and it's so easy. So there's things like florals, and then there's lots of different blends as well. So there's something like Peace, which is a blend that is made to smell peaceful. This is a great blend for anxiety, things like that, but also it just smells really nice. I've had so many people comment on that one. And then there's things like Passion. Passion is another one. It's so beautiful and it's a little bit spicy and it's really feminine and it's just a gorgeous one. There's things like In Tune. This is one I got it yesterday. I kid you not. And it has sandalwood and lime and ylang ylang and frankincense and Hawaiian sandalwood and chamomile. So this is a gorgeous smell. Seriously, this is what I have on today and I smell fantastic. So I would really encourage you, know that there's options, right? These essential oils will change your life. And if you still have traditional beauty care products in your home, I want to encourage you, jump on this website and check them out. See what rating you're at. Because if they're high and you are here in this space and wanting to improve your health, maybe it's time to make a change. Maybe it's time to reduce that from a moderate or a high hazard. Get down to the low end. Start removing toxins from your home, and removing body care products and other household products that have perfume and fragrance in them is an amazing, amazing first step. The dogs are here. I am gonna head off. If you want to get started with essential oils, if you want to find out how to get these fragrances out of your home, off of your body, and still feel and smell amazing, I want you to email me and we're going to get started, okay? Again, that info is in the description. It's there. Please check it out. Please let me know. Questions, comments, anything, pop them down in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon.